and I mean nobody, will ever bring the energy, the charisma, the passion, the expertise, the talent, and whatever else you want to call it.
Y'all, Wendy Williams cannot catch a break. And baby, the tea is piping hot. Because after everything she's been through, the cheating, the heartbreak, the health scares, and the chaos, her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, just got his lawsuit against her guardianship tossed out. That's right, the judge said boy bye and threw that case straight in the trash. But what's wild is this man allegedly still refuses to let Wendy live in peace. So grab your tea, grab your snacks, and let's break this down, because this story is about messy exes, alleged manipulation, and a woman the world is still fighting to protect. Now, if you've been following Wendy's saga from the beginning, you know this isn't just some small drama. This is a full-blown reality show with no cameras. When Wendy filed for divorce from Kevin Hunter, we all cheered, like, girl, finally, because fans have been begging her to leave that man for years. We all knew he belonged to the States, allegedly. But baby, just because she left him legally does not mean he left her spiritually, emotionally, or financially. Because somehow, allegedly, Kevin and his longtime boo Sharina Hudson, yes, the same woman who reportedly had a whole baby with him while he was still married to Wendy, keep finding ways to pop back up like bad Wi-Fi. Now, tell me why Kevin and Sharina allegedly think they should still be running Wendy's life. Like, sir, you got fired, divorced, and exposed. Why are you still talking? Girl, let me take you back for a minute, because you need the full backstory to understand why people are heated about this latest lawsuit. So, Kevin and Wendy had been together for decades. He made him an executive producer on The Wendy Williams Show. She trusted him, loved him, built an empire with him. But behind the scenes, he allegedly started cheating with Sharina around 2007. And not just casual cheating, y'all. This man was reportedly funding his side chick's lifestyle with Wendy's money. Yes, ma'am, he allegedly bought Sharina a $700,000 house with Wendy's coins. The audacity. And the gag? Reports say Sharina wanted Kevin to leave Wendy, but he couldn't because they both knew they needed that Wendy money to survive. So he stayed until Sharina got pregnant. That's when Wendy said enough. Because, baby, she could deal with cheating, but a whole outside baby? Nope. That was the final straw. She filed for divorce, packed up the pain, and tried to move on. But Kevin allegedly wasn't done. Not only did he have the nerve to ask for spousal support, but he reportedly tried to sneak child support into their divorce deal. And here's the kicker. Their only son, Kevin Jr., was already over 18. Sir, what child are you supporting besides your own new family? Y'all, can we take a second to talk about entitlement? Because Kevin Hunter has allegedly turned audacity into a full-time job. And what's worse, his actions left Wendy spiraling. She was heartbroken, humiliated, and allegedly struggling with her health and substance use. She lost her mom in 2020, her show got canceled, and then Wells Fargo froze her accounts after reportedly deciding she wasn't capable of handling her finances. Imagine that. A woman who made millions, now needing permission to touch her own money. And during all that, where was Kevin? Out here flashing Sharina's engagement ring and talking about how she helped make the Wendy Williams Show a success. Girl, I nearly choked when I saw that Instagram live. Kevin really got online talking about nobody will ever bring the energy, the passion, and the expertise like me and my ex Wendy Williams and my current lady now. Excuse me? Girl, can you believe this, man? You cheated, got fired, and you're still claiming the glory for Wendy's success with your side chick in the same sentence? The disrespect is cosmic. Now, fast forward to 2025. Kevin reportedly filed a lawsuit trying to challenge Wendy's guardianship, claiming it's unlawful and that Wendy's being isolated. Now, let me be clear. Some fans are genuinely concerned about Wendy. They feel like the guardianship system is too secretive and they want transparency. That's understandable. But Kevin? Girl, people think he's doing this for the wrong reasons.
Because let's be real, this man allegedly hasn't gotten a paycheck since Wendy stopped paying alimony.
He reportedly said it himself. Without those payments, he's in financial trouble. So when he starts filing lawsuits, talking about how he wants Wendy protected, baby, people are side-eyeing that real hard. And guess what? The judge agreed. The case got tossed, dismissed. Kevin, sir, you have no standing. Translation, this ain't your business anymore. Now, I'm not gonna lie. It's heartbreaking to see Wendy in this situation. The same woman who built a career on telling our business can't even speak freely about her own. That's deep. But let's also remember, Wendy's been through the fire. After the divorce, after rehab, after the heartbreak, she still tried to bounce back. Remember that statement from her rep? They said she was focusing on her health, prepping for her big comeback with the Wendy Experience podcast. Everyone thought, yes, queen, she's reclaiming her life. But then things started getting weird. Reports started saying Wendy wasn't doing as well as her team claimed, that she was being moved around, allegedly manipulated, surrounded by people with their own agendas. And honestly, y'all, it's hard not to wonder who's truly looking out for her. Because between the alleged financial control, the limited public appearances, and her ex trying to get back in her business, it feels like Wendy's life has turned into a game of tug-of-war, with her in the middle and everyone pulling. Now, let's circle back to Kevin and Sharina, because baby, this duo never seems to rest. After all that drama, they still find time to post, go live, and act like they built Wendy's empire from scratch. Kevin even said Sharina was part of the team. The team? Sir, the only thing y'all teamed up on was betrayal. Girl, drop your thoughts in the comments, because this man is allegedly out here trying to rewrite history while Wendy's fighting for her peace. Fans have been calling him out left and right. I saw one comment that said, "You and your side chick ruined that woman's life, and now you want credit?" Another said, "He's 80% of the demons Wendy is fighting." Ooh, baby, the internet did not hold back. And let's not forget, when Wendy's health started declining, who was still out here allegedly flaunting his new life with Sharina? Kevin. It's giving narcissist energy. It's giving I miss the money. But deep down, fans know Wendy is still that girl. She's strong, she's iconic, and she deserves peace. They're praying for her to heal, to reclaim her narrative, and to finally be free from the bottle, from bad men, and from this endless cycle of exploitation. Because Wendy isn't just another celebrity. She's the Wendy Williams, the woman who made How You Doing a whole cultural moment. She's the woman who made gossip mainstream, who brought unfiltered truth to daytime TV, who built a legacy bigger than her mistakes. And it's so sad seeing that same woman now allegedly controlled by court orders, guardians, and opportunists. Whether it's Kevin's greed or the system's grip, it's clear Wendy deserves better. Girl, imagine building an empire and then being told you can't touch your own money. Allegedly surrounded by people deciding where you live, what you eat, who you talk to. That's not freedom, that's tragedy wrapped in glitter. And you know Kris Jenner is somewhere sipping tea watching this like, there but for the grace of branding go I. But here's the thing, even after all the chaos, Wendy's story isn't over. Reportedly, she's still working on new projects, still trying to rebuild, still pushing for that comeback. And honestly, I believe in her. Because if there's one thing Wendy Williams knows how to do, it's rise from the ashes. This woman has been dragged, betrayed, memed, mocked, and yet she always finds a way to pop back up with a wig, a mic, and a story to tell. So maybe this is just another chapter. Maybe she's gonna surprise us all. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Kevin Hunter needs to leave that woman alone. Because if love couldn't keep him loyal, lawsuits won't make him relevant. Allegedly. So y'all, what do you think? Is Kevin really trying to protect Wendy, or is this just another move to keep his name in her spotlight? And will Wendy ever get her freedom, not just from her guardianship, but from the people who keep using her name for clout? Drop your thoughts below, because baby, this tea is messy, sad, and still brewing. And until we hear Wendy say it herself, all we can do is hope that the Queen of Daytime finds her peace, her power, and her voice again. Because the world's been louder since she went silent. And deep down, we all just want to hear her say it one more time. How you doing?